Well, we just finished watching Weathering with You.
Yeah.
You can see. Is he still
Nick,
crying?
give us a quick description of what it is.
I know Weathering with You, as the name implies, it's a movie. Also, this all of this is really spoilers if you haven't watched Weathering with You. But it's an animated movie, or it's an anime movie. Came out in Japan in 2019. I don't know if it came out in the US in 2019 or in early 2020.
I think it came out in 2019.
On 2019?
I think so.
Late 2019 then?
I feel like it.
January 17th, 2020.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was this year because I remember when, pre-COVID times.
The good old days.
Go watch the movie in the theater. Back in the day you can do that.
And do you think we need to sacrifice a COVID girl?
No.
I'm almost sure that they take Ricky. Maybe they'll give us like half rain.
I wouldn't sacrifice you, Ricky, for COVID.
Thanks.
But it's another movie. Came out in the movie theater. It's about a girl and a guy and the weather. And I don't know how much more we want to spoil.
I think it's safe to say this is a romantic movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Well, I guess it's like a rom-com movie with much more drama in it than most typical ones, but focusing on a boy and a girl.
I don't know, man. Do you remember Hitch? That was a rom-com with a lot of drama.
It was a drama.
A drama.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the basic description of it. I liked it overall. I thought the animation was really good. What's it called? I felt like the story was
Say it.
I don't know. The story was like I mean it was simple.
Predictable.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like complex, and
a lot of foreshadowing.
There was a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of symbolism.
Usually movies do that.
And I don't know. I think they're like dumb kids making dumb decisions. And I felt like there's a lot of like questionable decisions even made by the adults.
There definitely was.
Especially by the adults. I mean, they got to stop with this trope of like, incompetent adults.
Yeah. But overall, it was nice. I think I liked the artistic like style and like the cinematics that they had, like the panning, the cameras was really nice. And I don't know why, but I really like the fact they had all the branding in there. I just
they spent the money on it. It's high budget.
They put McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's. You saw Big Macs and Apple and Yahoo. I don't know. It just kind of like brought some realism to it, I guess.
It felt more grounded.
Dude, those Big Macs still look better than like how the actual Big Macs come.
Daily?
It's anime food. Anytime there's anime food, it's like it looks delicious.
Alright, since this isn't a seasonal movie, it won't get a seasonal score.
It gets a true score.
As opposed to like what? Like, do you get like an automatic plus 2 points for being seasonal?
Well, if it's a seasonal movie, you can't scale a regular movie and a seasonal movie. Seasonal movies you can watch at certain periods of time. If you watch it any other time, it's generally a lower score.
Yeah, seasonal movies can have seasonal scores and regular scores, but regular movies cannot have seasonal scores. They just have regular scores.
So if you watch Die Hard in the summer, it'd get a lower score than during Christmas.
That one's debatable.
I think Die Hard. I was gonna say I think Die Hard can have a normal score, even though
it's a Christmas movie.
I'm just saying. Going by your standards, that's what you're trying to say.
Okay, Andy. This regular score, I'll give it a 6. I think it's worth watching. Like if it was in theaters, I probably would have gone and go watch it. Which it was in theaters, but like if we could have gone to theaters now.
to
If
tell
we
you,
had got.
like it was a selected theaters. It was a special theaters that, and they only had special times. Like these
Okay.
type of movies get very low number because they're
Typical anime movie.
animated. They're
So
not
all the
triple
weebs
A.
can go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they
it
definitely get
probably wouldn't be
full.
I'm not saying that there's like a little bit amount of weeps. I'm just saying it's for the weeps.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, Nick, what do you think?
I really liked the movie. I already liked the music before I even watched the movie. I would hear it a lot. It's part of my YouTube playlist that Autumn plays. The music is like really good. I thought it looked really nice too. I mean the story,
Brain
I
physics.
think it just, yeah, everything just looked beautiful. Um, I think the story is like a normal story that I was expecting. Um, for me, the only problem is that it didn't make me cry. I was
You didn't
told
get the
this movie was
feel.
gonna make me cry.
I don't know. He was
Oh,
he
I
was
didn't
he
get
was
that at
he
all.
was muted during like the pretty heavy part, so I don't know. There might
He's
have
crying in the
been
background.
sniffling, like they're just it's muted so we can't hear him cry.
My dad came in and I muted it, forgot to unmute it.
Okay.
But it didn't make
Jesus.
me cry, which makes me kind of sad because I
The
wanted
opposite of crying.
You're crying now.
No, I thought it was gonna be like Your Name or Your Lie in April or like that
we don't
shit.
we don't talk about that movie here.
Or Clannad, because that was
We-
actually feels even though
we don't- we
A
don't-
tearjerker. Oh my god.
No,
We don't talk about Clonette either.
Oh,
uh,
don't remind me. Can't listen to those songs.
and that's why, even though you guys might think this is high, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think it was
Oh,
really
Dang.
good.
Dude, that's the first 9 out of 10 that Nick's given all like year.
I agree.
I think it was really good. I would definitely recommend somebody that movie. I would tell them you're not gonna cry. But if it would have made me cry, it would have been a 10 out of 10.
It would have
No
been a
crying.
knocked out.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: Nick's score is not just based because it's an anime movie.
Itself a different. It's not a normal category. Okay, this is anime movie like Your Lie in April.
You can't make a new
Those are
score.
all-
We already got seasonal scores.
Those are all TV shows.
Okay, are we
Like-
are we making a different scaling system for anime movies?
No,
then?
No.
we already
For
have
me,
we have too
like,
many different
crying anime movies go on its own thing. Like if it's an anime movie and they can make you cry, that's top tier shit. I think. Like-
it brings out the emotions. It's hard hitting.
Yeah. So I would say that's for me. I really enjoyed the movie. Like I said, it was beautiful. All the animation was really good. And like you said, I like seeing like actual Browns, not McDonald's or whatever they always call McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just really liked it. I honestly really liked it. We watched. I forgot the movie we watched last time.
Whisker Away?
It was also an anime. Huh?
A whisker away.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah, it was
like
good.
like that one was nice, but this one I think was way better. Of course,
Yeah.
this movie is more like in anime. It's like a triple A, like a
It's more professionally done.
This is a
Yeah.
super high budget. This is a Shinkai. I don't know if that's still the right studio, but I'm calling it a Shinkai movie, and even if that might be wrong. But it's like super high quality.
So,
Within the anime world, it's
yeah.
I always remember the name when I don't need it, but now that I'm trying to say it, I don't remember it. The one with House Moving Castle. What was the name of that studio?
Ghibli?
It's
Yeah.
Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli. A Whisker with You seemed more like trying to mimic the Studio Ghibli style. This
Yeah,
one kind
I
of
can see
went
it.
with its own, like, it wasn't trying to do some other style, and they just, well, I'll save it for my.
For your spiel. But yeah, I guess that's me. But like I said, to me, all those have their own separate thing.
I do agree with Nick. I do like this one a lot more than Whisker Away.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Is he?
I thought it was really good. Like I really enjoyed it. I would like looking at this movie. I compare it with like other like rom com movies, right? Or like traditional ones, like The Perks of Wildflower, the other American movie where the dude gets like cancer with the girl, and they're like taking like trips all over. It's got that like general like teen romance style, right? For story wise, and I think in that regard, it does the plot better than most because I feel like in a lot of those movies, like you have like these adults and these kids making stupid decisions, right? Because they're kids, right? Um, and they're like they have some motivations, but it's usually like dumb decisions that have no consequences once the movie ends. But I feel like in this one, once they ended and the kid actually got arrested, he got detained. He actually had to go to school. He was under surveillance and stuff. The other characters, they were like the
Well,
kid,
I don't
the
think he was
old
on
dude,
surveillance, dude. He was just on.
or like detained. Yeah, probation is what I meant.
He lives in an island, so like.
But like their actions had consequences once the movie, like the plot of the movie ended, right? And it was like giving us the prologue. I like that in that regard, and I think the general romance formula it did better than most movies that are about this topic, right? It's about some romance story with either supernatural or like regular tragic elements. It didn't make me cry, but the music and the animation, if like, whoa, it could have made me cry just from that. Like, some of those scenes were beautiful. The rain hitting, like Andy was saying that this has like a specific style, and it does have a specific style because if you watch any of the other like movies from this director or this studio, it has like you can see the progression and how the animation like changes over the years or like improves. And like this is like their latest one. Like they're pulling out all the stops. You got dynamic camera angles. You got cinematography. You got music videos inside the movie. You got raindrops having like particle effects jumping up and down. Next bit rates going dropping. It's got everything. And like it just makes it for like a really beautiful like experience that you're watching. I think the weakest part was the plot. It was a little simple. It didn't have too much like emotional impact, but it was like a feel good movie when it all like ended. So while it was simple, I did still like it because of I think just because the animation and like the music really carried it through. So I still really liked it, and it like follows in line with all their other works. It's like their level of quality and that they're known for now. I think their studio and like their director is like getting recognition for that. I think I actually like it better than like Your Name. I think I like it better than that one. So I would give it like an 8 out of 10. In this Izzy scale, it's not an incredible, so it's getting a zap. It's almost incredible. If it like made me shed a tear, like one of those music scenes, like I start crying in it, that would have been an incredible range. But right now it's in Zazzy range because it follows with that issue of like stupid kids doing stupid things. But even though their decisions were like correct in their moment, like you can see why they would do it, it still like makes you question their decision, and it kind of takes you away because it's a little unrealistic. But I can see the reasoning why they would do it. And that's why I've given it like an 8 out of 10. It's a really good movie. I think I would enjoy watching it again. Especially just for the music or the animation.
And that music.
And you gave it a Sassy, but you didn't give it an actual number.
Oh, I gave it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, all you need is a Sassy. That's all you need to know. When given the easy scale, it's universal. You take it as Spielberg and be like, oh yeah, it's an 8. I can see what he's saying. What about you, Andy?
So, where do I begin? No, it was like you guys said, it was a very straightforward story. It was a very like, boy meets girl, boy has happy time with girl, stuff happens, everybody's sad, and then, last minute, don't let her go moment. That is like classic to like all like to a lot of romantic movies. And yeah, it was very linear. You could figure out where it was going pretty easily along the end, but like as he said, they made their choice and they had to live with it instead of Cinderella moment happily ever after. They're living with what they chose, and I think that's good, and I feel like even though the story was simple and like to a point, you know, it stuck to his guns and is a story that they told well. You're
I agree
right.
with that.
The cinematography choices were very good with all the panning, the 3D rotations, and all that stuff. Kind of gave it like another little element as far as like zooming in on certain details. The foreshadowing was on point. Uh, and the music was really good. It fit the tone very well. I think I would give the movie an 8. I originally was going, I was almost like I was about to shed a tear, like one single tear. And then when they were going through and I saw that knockdown light pole, the electric light pole, I was that kind of ruined it for me. That like it was like down here and then it was like it like went back into the tear ducts and I'm like, all right, no, it's this movie is someone needs to have a word with the
OSHA.
Tokyo municipalities because that's not okay. uh, but all things all, I think this movie was like pretty decent overall. It's definitely a recommended take, but I'll give it like a solid 8.
I'm glad they flooded Tokyo. Tokyo he's been doing good for too long. They needed to flood it.
I was really thrown off by that. I thought they were just gonna end the movie, and then they're like, "Oh, Tokyo's been flooded now." I'm like, "Oh, shit."
I was close. I was like, the world's gonna end, and the world ended as I knew it.
Okay,
I'm-
I was kind of confused in the fact that so she prayed to become a sunshine girl. So
So she could see
was
the
it
sun with
always
her mom.
raining? No,
So
yeah, I know.
so
I
it,
understood
it
that
had
part.
it had like from the lore that they built in is that whenever the weather goes crazy like that it's raining for a long time, like a shrine maiden or a sunshine girl gets chosen to like control the weather for everybody. And she ends up being sacrificed so we can get sunshine again, instead of the freaking 40 days and 40 nights of rain flooding, with the ark and all that. But choices were choices, and he basically stole her out of her sacrificial area and is like, yep, you know what, we gave you sunshine but you took it back, so you know what, we're gonna get you a refund and give you your rain back.
Yeah, it followed those like mythical stories. There's always the one where this person's been selected to be like a sacrifice, and then you have the hero come in and like take her away from like Zeus or whoever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever god's in
This is
control.
why it was like raining all the time, like beforehand.
I think that's just like their godly
think it's-
patterns, right?
Yeah, I think it's just like a kind of like an every so 100 years, like the weather goes.
And that's kind of what they said. They said before there used to be like a weather lady in every like village in every country in every place. But now as humanity like developed and everything, that stuff got forgotten. So there wasn't as many sacrifices, and that's what's causing the weather to eventually change.
Yeah,
because of the
that's
human
basically-
intervention that was going on.
That's basically what the old man said. He's like, "Oh, this is the worst in like recorded history." But when did the recorded history start? Like 100 years ago. This happened like before that.
Yeah. And people think it's global warming.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
was
definitely
gonna say,
right.
It's global warming.
You're definitely right, Izzy. It did kind of had like an Odyssey vibe to it.
It's like it follows the same beats as like any classic like mythology movie, like Norse mythology, Greek mythology. They all have this, and I'm sure there's like a Japanese Shindo religion like story about it, right? There's some parallels to it. It's like a common type of setting.
Yeah, but I think it was really good. I really liked it. Yeah, I think everybody should check it out if you like anime. I mean, even if you don't like it, but I guess there's some people that can't take it.
I think this would be like a good intro movie, right? Because obviously, if you show them like some fucking like Konosuba degenerate comedy, they'd be like, I don't want this anime's fucking weird, man. This is more like
Weird, man.
this is more like a grounded, realistic movie that has more appeal because it's not so super out there. It doesn't lay too heavily in the anime tropes, and it's just really well done.
Yeah, then you give him your voice after this. No, I'm just
It-
kidding.
Well,
I guess
then-
that's it for this time. So thanks for checking out this week's Super Saiyan Games and the Super Saiyan Games movie. Catch y'all
Woo.
next time.
Be sure to
Don't forget-
like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Stop pointing. You don't know where it is. Stop
the
pointing.
bell's always up there.
And
There's, like-
comments if you
Over
think
here.
otherwise of
Look.
the movie.
Look, don't press this button. That's the back button. There's like a like button down there.
I think the like.
Go kick the bookmark button over there and bookmark this, and just watch it every day. It doesn't matter if you're busy. Just put it on.
Actually, just go in the comments. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a Nicholas Boteo that commented. Just ask that guy, and he'll figure it out for you.
Alright, bye. Thanks for
Bye.
watching.
See ya.